need that. Y'all need to start about all that. Y'all need to. But no, I actually want to give it back up to everybody that spoke. Everybody did an amazing job. It's a lot of people with expertise here. A lot of people are experts. So hopefully you guys took notes, got a lot of information. I'm actually excited, right? My man just got me excited. I was chilling at first. You know what I mean?
You was sleeping.
Yeah, I was sleeping. Yeah, I was sleeping. I was. But no, actually, the reason I'm saying it though is because it's all about who's in your circle, right? Having Peter in my circle now, because of this mastermind, I just met Peter when we meet, bro. Yes, 48 hours ago. But he's already, helping me have success so far. So sometimes you can meet people today that can change their mind, right? So that's how I'm gonna start off. But my job is to basically talk about, structuring your profile for millions in funding. Before I kind of get into this, I kind of like to get a feel for where we at. So does anybody have like bank, and it's okay, I want everybody to be like transparent so I can help you. Does anybody have bankruptcy in here?
Well, not. I got a chapter.
It's okay. Listen, you ain't got it. It's okay, bro. We all been doing it. Collections, charge-offs.
Yes.
Okay. Y'all got 700. Y'all better be getting funded. Everybody ain't shake their head. I got a connection. Don't mess with. Look, I'm just saying, y'all better be getting funded. I got connections for funding. U.S. Bank, Amex, Chase. I got relationship managers. So we going, Okay, right? But I just want to kind of get a feel for where we at, right? So, my story is, look, I grew up in Baltimore, Maryland. This is my 7-year-old. You know what I'm saying? So I do the business, every single day to make sure that my daughter just never has to worry about struggling, creating generational wealth, just all that type of stuff. So that's my reason why everybody should have one, right? So I was a college dropout. Okay, went to Morgan State, dropped out of college, right? And, that was that picture. And then, started a movement, right? Started wearing jackets, started, changing my life. So everything changed because of my decision making, right? And I got around the right people, the right mentorship, the right coaching. So, grew up in Baltimore. Both my parents, like I said, work full time. Does anybody have parents still working full time today? Okay, perfect, right? See, and that's the reason I say that is because I retired my mom, right? I was able to retire my mom. So a lot of times, when it comes to being an entrepreneur, a business owner, a lot of you guys are hustling for yourself, which means you're hustling backwards. Right? If you really want to make something happen, you got to hustle for somebody else, right? And it got to be in front of you every day. Like a lot of times I see entrepreneurs say they want to do things, but it's never in front of them, right? You look in that refrigerator, you look at the car, you look at everywhere they're going, none of their goals is never there, right? So if you really want to know where you're going, it's understanding that you got to have goals, right? Does anybody have their goals written like, got you, bro. Come on, bro. Don't do that, right? Anybody like that came to be a part of the mastermind, to get the information? Anybody have their goals written down? Okay, where? Does everybody raise their hand real quick? Where are you written down at? Is it in the vision board? Okay, the biggest thing about your goals is that you guys need to put it somewhere where you see it every day. So my question to you guys is, just because of you written it down, is it somewhere that you walk past and literally see it every day? If it's buried in a journal, it does no good for you. If it's somewhere where you have to go look for it, it does no good for you. Your goals and dreams should be something that you could go to your refrigerator, open it. It should be subconsciously in front of you every single day. So my tip for you guys, if you wrote in a journal, if it's somewhere, write it where you can see it every day so you can subconsciously see it every single day. Because that's what happened to me. I wrote my goals down. If you look, Brendan just asked for my laptop. My laptop, I had $1 folded up tape that has, it's a $1 bill, but I put a comma and I put multiple zeros on it, right? Because I always need to see my goals and my dreams and where I'm going. So just, that's just something I would say to do if you really want to change your life, because where you're going is all about the GPS. And the GPS means you need direction. Direction is your goals, right? A lot of people don't have direction, so they don't know where they're going. That's why they never get there. Okay, so you got to make sure you have your goals, because that's your GPS in life. Now, basically, I want to talk about structuring your report, right? And this is a screenshot. Everybody needs to take a picture of this, because this is what your report needs to look like. Number one, we're going to talk about 100% payment history. Somebody said they have a collection. Somebody said they have a charge-off. What that shows banks is that you don't pay people back. It's just, I get it. We all been through hard times. This happened, that happened. But my question to you is, if you don't pay somebody back, why would they lend you money? Right, Peter, you from Philly. Right? So let's just say you ran off on a plug. You got some work, ran up on the plug, didn't come back, didn't bring the money back. Is the plug going to front you again? Right? Does anybody understand that example? Right? So a lot of times you guys will run up on the plug. Who is the plug in this example? The bank. But you'll get a $500 credit card and run off, not realizing they give people $50,000. You'll get a $5,000 on the credit card, run off, and not realize that they give them, $500,000. So you got to understand that when you get credit, you need to be responsible. 100% payment history. Do not run off on the plug, because they will not give you any more. And the thing is you got to realize the bank has all the money, because who out here gets direct deposit? And where do all our direct deposits go? Perfect, right? So what you got to understand is that you don't want to mess your relationships up. Like a lot of times you do it in your real life. You mess up your relationship with your significant others. You mess up relationship with friends and family. But one relationship you don't want to never mess up. You know what I'm saying? If y'all mess up every other relationship, make sure y'all keep y'all credit union bank relationships in good standing. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to say that. Now, credit card utilization. Another thing that you will hear is that if you have 30%, if you let it close at 30%, it's cool. It's not. Okay? All your utilization needs to be beneath 10% if you want your credit score to grow. Okay? If you want it to grow. Now, if you don't want it to negatively affect you, 30% is fine. It's okay. You won't grow. You also won't die, right? But we talking about growth here. So if you want growth, you want to make sure your utilization close out at less than 10% on every card. Okay, no derogatory remarks. I'm going to give you guys a little bit. I give a lot on my free class, but I'm going to give you guys a little bit on how much control you have over the derogatory remarks. Because most of the stuff that you guys think is correct is illegal. Late payments, illegal. Okay, anything, child support, bankruptcy, anything that you think is really on your report, it's all legal. And I'm going to show you using the law. I'm going to break down a couple stuff using the law today, right? So just kind of show y'all that, but just understand this is what you want your report to look like. Age, okay? Usually you hit a lot of people say, well, I don't got a lot of age, and then you do trade lines. Trade lines is something that you put on your report after you've removed all your what? Your negative items. You guys will put trade lines, you guys will put sugar on top of shit. And then wonder why you're not getting no funding. Excuse my French, right? So what happens is do not add any trade lines, or do not, you know what I'm saying, get any authorized user accounts until you have no derogatory remarks. Okay? And you want to have 11 plus positive accounts. So a lot of times you might see people with thin files, 3 accounts, 4 accounts, 5 accounts. You want to have 11 plus positive. And it's very simple to do. You can report your rent now. Okay, you got self-lender. You got secured loans that you can get from the bank. You got secured credit cards. It's so many ways that you can basically build up your report, just understanding that you want to have 11 plus positive lines. Oh, don't fall, bro. Right? And then you want to have less than 5 hard inquiries on each reporting agency. Okay, less than 5 inquiries on each reporting agency, just if you want to maximize your funding. So if you're here, make sure you take a picture of this. The most important thing is that you have 100% control of derogatories, and you want to make sure you keep this payment history right, because the banks is the plug. Okay? Now, this right here, the credit bureaus, right? Everybody here sits here and calls them the credit bureaus. Does anybody? Why do you guys call them the credit bureaus? Okay. She don't get to talk. I mean, she don't get to talk. Who? I got you, right? But why, I'm just saying, why, when you think about a bureau, why do you guys call them credit bureaus? Okay, it gives credibility. When you hear the word bureau, what do you think of? Government, what else? Power. Okay, power, what else? Anybody? Okay. So what if I told you that in the law, the credit bureaus don't exist? Good question. No, I got you. Good question, right? Let's look at the law. See, instead of me telling you, let's look at what the law say, right? So they're what? Consumer reporting agencies. If you look at the law, look, and you can write this down, 15 USC. Hold up, I got it in here? No, write it down. Yeah, I got you. I'm trying to see if I got it here. It's 15 USC 1602A. 15 USC 1602A. That should be definitions. Somebody pull it up for me. 15 USC 1602A. Somebody pull it up for me. I want somebody to read something up for me. 15 USC 1602. 2 Baltimore. Don't do that. If my internet start working. Yep, 1602A. Yep. So if somebody should say the term bureau. Somebody should say the term bureau. Does anybody? It's right there. All right. I'm gonna let you read it for me. Go ahead. But can you read that for me, please? Let's read it again. The term bureau means what? Does anybody here TransUnion? Nope. Did anybody here Equifax? Nope. What about Experian? Nope. So in the law, it's telling you that the credit bureau is what? But you guys think they're bureaus, so you don't send your letters. You don't fight your charge-offs. You don't fight your collections. You don't fight them because you had the wrong mindset about them. So you think they're really a bureau. So that's why you don't fight. But once you understand that basically they're elaborate in the law, it tells you they're elaborate mechanism. Meaning that, go to, I'm a bad, 15 USC 1681. You can start with that. Right, that's congressional finance. It's Congress. Yep, congressional finance, right? So we go to 1681. Let's read A3, read A2 and A3, A4.
Okay, so an elaborate mechanism has been developed for investigating and evaluating the creditworthiness, credit standing, credit capacity, character, and general reputation of consumers.
Perfect. Stop right there. It says an elaborate what? That's because words is very important with the law. It's elaborate what? Mechanism. So when you guys send letters in, who do you think actually reads your letters when you send your letters in? Elaborate what? Mechanism. Does anybody know what it's called? There you go. Dang. Come on, recession per. Right? So it's called the eOscar system. What eOscar is, it's a system put together by TransUnion, Innovis, Equifax, the reporting agencies, to basically, when letters are sent in, so that they can basically read all you guys' letters electronically. That's what it's for. So the reason why I'm bringing all this up is because a lot of times, a lot of stuff has been put in place to keep you guys down, but it's just computers. And then they label it Bureau. And then you don't send your letters and think that they really have some type of power, but they don't, right? So it's just understand, you got to understand the law. So, okay, let's read next one. The next, yeah, you already know it's coming.
Consumer reporting agencies have assumed a vital role in assembling and evaluating consumer credit and other information on consumers.
Let's talk right there. She said they have what? So nobody, though, think about it. I want y'all to think about what they said. So let's say we all went to the mall, Broward County Mall, and someone assumed to be a mall cop and said you had to get out the mall. Who's leaving? Right. They got to go. So think about the reason I'm saying is because the law is telling you that these companies have literally just assumed a role. You guys are all federally protected consumers. You guys didn't just assume a role. So the law really is in your favor, but you guys never knew that because you never picked it up and did what? Read. And what did they say about, our people? If you want to hide something from them, put it in the law, right? Put it in the book. So that's just telling you guys that. So what's next? We're going to talk about what's next because what you got to understand is there's so many different violations on the report, right? So this is just giving you guys a picture. And stay right there for me. This is a picture. Has anybody seen a picture like this? I'm quite sure she has. Does anybody have a report or some type of picture that looks like this? Okay, perfect. Let's start with this. So we're going to start with account type. Okay, across the board, is the account type all showing the same thing? Okay, what would that be? It's inaccuracy. Now, in the law, 15 U.S., and y'all got to write these laws down. I'm going to spit them on the top of my head. I just know them. 15 U.S.C. 1681 EB. It says that whenever a reporting agency puts together a consumer report, right? Whenever a consumer reporting agency puts together a report, they're supposed to assure maximum what? Possible accuracy. Maximum. What is maximum in the dictionary? What does that mean, maximum? 1. Perfect. So if you have a count that has, and it's not 100%, you know what I'm saying, the last reported dates, right? The comments, the dates last active, of all this is not what? Reporting what? Accurately, it means that it should be deleted based upon the what? The law. The law. See, I didn't make this up. It's the law. So if you guys have collections, if you have chart, if you have this stuff, if you guys study the law, all this stuff is illegal. Literally, right? It's the Fair Credit Reporting Act, right? It's all illegal, right? So now, this is another thing. This is a collection account. Now, what you guys don't understand, this is multiple violations. It's inaccurate reporting. Okay, what's something else we can say about this account? It's a collection. So that means the original creditor was Hunter, Warfield, or whatever, right? They sold the debt to Alexander. Oh, they sold it. Now, you can sell debt. Cool. When you sell debt, what else does the company also buy? They buy the contract. What's on that contract? Your what? Your what though? What is on that? Your name, your what? Your information. There you go. Yeah, my bad. I was looking for something. Your personal information. Now let's read number 4.
There is a need to ensure that consumer reporting agencies exercise their grave responsibility with fairness, impartiality, and a respect for the consumer's right to privacy.
Boom. So what she just basically mentions that the Equifax, the TransUnion, Experian, Innovis, the third parties, their need is to ensure your what? Your right to what? Privacy, right? So if they sold your debt to a third party without your permission, what did they just violate? Okay, bet. If you filed bankruptcy, chapter, you filed a bankruptcy, right? When you filed your bankruptcy, was TransUnion there? Equifax? Was there a representative from there? How did your bankruptcy end up on a report? Got you, but how? No, got you, but no, I got you, but how did it end up there? It's very important. No, how did it end up? We already know this. Perfect. So LexisNexis is what is called a third-party reporting agency that will surf out information like on Pacer or the government website, and they will then steal your information and sell it to who? The reporting agencies. That is just what they just did was violated your right to what? Okay, so what you got to understand is that if you have student loans, if you have bankruptcy, collection, child support, anything where your information, your personal, private, non-public information was sold to a third party, they violated your right to privacy. This is 15 U.S.C. 1681. Congress and statements is literally the first part of the Fair Credit Reporting Act. You cannot even move any further, and you can remove everything on your report just using the fact that they violated your right to privacy. Yes. I'm clearly saying it. Yes. Yes, I am. Right? So we got that. I mean, it's a lot more I can go into, but we got that. Anybody got that? How much time I got? How much time I got? Somebody got time? Okay. No left? None left? All right. Got you. Okay, boom. So now we good? Any questions? Okay, real quick. Any questions on anything I said before I go into funding? Y'all got me. Go ahead.
It's not really a question, but it is a question. So I
Okay.
paid someone to get my misstatement removed.
Okay.
He said that he couldn't get it removed. So
Okay, go to type in, sorry. 15 USC, 16, yep, all right, 1666B. There you go, straight. Look. 15 USC, 166B, 1666B.
Okay, I got one.
Go ahead.
It's really to attribute to what you were just saying. You're doing an amazing job in killing it.
Appreciate you.
Also, if there's anything on your credit report, and this is in law as well,
Right.
underneath FCPA for credit report now.
Right.
If there's anything on your credit report that is attached to your social security number, you have the legal right to have it removed.
Yep,
Because that is also a violation of your privacy.
yep, straight up. Straight up. Even in like they got exclusions. Like on it in the exclusions part, there's a part in the exclusions that says any authorization or approval of a specific extension of credit should not be on your report. So a lot of times there's so many different laws that we can use, right? But to answer your question, she gonna read it to you. The person lied to you, and she's gonna give you the truth. Here you go.
So time to make payments. A creditor may not treat a payment on a credit card account under an open-end consumer credit plan as late for any purpose unless the creditor has adopted reasonable procedures designed to ensure that each periodic statement, including the information required by Section 1637B of the title, is mailed or delivered to the consumer not later than 21 days before the payment due date.
Perfect. So what they're saying is that they should not treat it late as any purpose unless they can prove that you got your statement 21 days before your due date. Now, the question is, how can they prove that you got your statement?
Only through certified registered.
Can't. So there you go. Use that law. Make sure you follow that law right there. Right? So, okay, boom. So now when we talk about removing everything, the reason I go in that because sometimes people have negative items, right? Once everything is removed and your credit is straight, now we want to make sure that you're set up properly. So of course you want to have an LLC set up properly. With your LLC, okay, you can register. It's 3 states: Nevada, New Mexico, Delaware. Those are the 3 that basically, you know what I'm saying, it's the cheapest ones. It also allows you to be anonymous. People don't have to know that you actually own the LLC, right? And, those are good. So Wyoming is Wyoming, Delaware, New Mexico. That's what it should be, right? So LLC, EIN. Now, for your EIN, you don't want to be in a risky industry. So no real estate, no trucking. 3 industries that you want to set up in is consulting, marketing, e-commerce. Those are the 3 industries that you want your, and look for write this down. It's called an NAICS code. And that code basically it puts your business in the industry. So if you put real estate or trucking and you fall in that industry, it's going to either reduce your funding or you're going to get automatically denied. So make sure, next. Yep. Okay. So you want to have a biz phone number. Too many people I see set up their business with a phone number from around the way. You know what I mean? A Google Voice, no disrespect, right? Google Voice number, or you know what I'm saying? Don't do that, right? No, you my God. No, I got you. Listen, I'm just saying, I was using that example because he talked about earlier. But whatever he do, he making money, right? What I'm saying, because I don't want those shit, right? But what I'm saying is for a business phone number, you want to have a 1-800 hotline number. A lot of you guys set up your business and don't have a 1-800 hotline number. When you call Walmart, when you call Sam Club, when you call somebody, what's the number? What does most business companies' phone number start with? Right, so then why would your number be, you know what I'm saying, 215? You know what I'm saying? Why would you have a number from your regular area code? So make sure that you guys are getting a business phone number, 1-800 hotline number. Now you can do that, and you can get a business phone number from Opus, right? Opus also will give you, it's called Opus Virtual Offices. Also, they will give you your business physical address. So make sure that you get a business physical address, a brick and mortar location, okay? Try not to use iPostal. I know you guys hear about iPostal. Try not to use iPostal. You want to use Opus or Regis or something like that. But the reason that you want to do that is because you want a 1-800 hotline number for your business and you want a real deliverable physical address with a registered agent. Okay, so Opus Virtual Offices, Regis is another good one as well. But this is really how you want to set up your LLC. Okay, so LLC, you want the EIN, not be in risky industry. Make sure we have a 1-800 hotline number and make sure you get a business email. If for a business email, you can go to ionos.com, ionos.com. It's $1 a month. Business email, $1 a month, right? So And then boom, I just gave you guys the address, right? So we're gonna move from there. Now, ink file is another way you can use to file your LLC. Pretty straightforward, simple, that you can walk through it. I talked about that. Okay, boom. Next. All right, where am I? How much time I got?
7 minutes.
Perfect. All right, now, the credit union play. Anybody know, heard, understand credit union play? Yes. So what's y'all, go ahead, tell me. Okay, then talk, let's talk. Oh, who else? Anybody? Go ahead. That's not what I was looking for, but yes. Anybody else? No? Okay, boom. So with credit unions, y'all want to write this down. Any credit union that you go to, I got. They do, but which is yeah, but I got you. Got you. Here we go. So for credit union, the play on a credit union is that your inquiry with a credit union is good from anywhere from 30 to 60 days. Your inquiry is good from 30 to 60 days. Make sure you guys write this down. And for each credit union, you want to call and deliberately ask this question. That's one question with two questions. One, you want to find out what reporting agency they pull from. Okay, and then two, you want to find out if your inquiry is good for 30 or 60 days. Does anybody know why? Perfect. So what happens at a credit union is that you can definitely get multiple products using that one inquiry. So if I go into, let's say Navy Federal, they pull from TransUnion, I inquire today. Let's say I do a credit card today. Okay, if Navy Federal goes for 30 days, I can call back 2 weeks later. I just have to call back before my 30-day mark. And I can do another application, okay, but they're going to use the same what? Same inquiry. So what does that allow me to do? I get multiple products, like he said, but only on. Okay, perfect. So if we took the same play and we did, let's say, multiple products with Andrews and multiples of First Tech, let's say we got 10 and 10, that's 20 grand for just one, right? If I did the same thing, I got, let's say, 10, 10, 10, 10, what we had 40, 10, 10, we had 60 grand. How many inquiries do I have?
A lot.
I'd have gave you the picture, bro. I mean, could get the picture, right? But what happens is, so now you just was able to get 60 bands, but you only got, a couple different inquiries. And this is really what credit unions do. And you also get large limits as well. Some credit unions you got to build relationships with. So sometimes you got to just get on the phone and ask that question. Hey, do you guys lend without having a relationship? And that's another thing. One thing I know is a lot of people are scared to call banks and ask questions. Yeah, I'm not. I call them straight up. Hey, yo, who y'all pull from? Oh, we pull from TransUnion. Oh, is my inquiry good for 30 days? Yes. Oh, what kind of lending products can I get? Can I get a personal loan? Can I get a credit card? And I let them sell me. Oh, yes, you can get this. Ooh, yeah, y'all talking sexy, right? So I like that because now I understand this by having a phone call. Now it sets me up to do what I want to do. Does anybody have questions on the credit union play or understanding go ahead. What did you pull for? What did you get? What did you apply for?
I was actually opening a business account.
Okay.
And they were looking at all three bureaus, and Equifax has an issue with me right now.
Okay. What's your issue with Equifax?
Simple, like name, address, everything's wrong.
Okay.
And I've tried to fix it, and so it's being a block right now.
Okay. Anytime you have a problem with personal information, you should always call. A lot of people don't call, but I'm just saying one thing that you can do is call and speak to the fraud department. You know what I'm saying? Get on the phone. Hey, I need to get on the fraud department. And you guys straight look. Hey, look, I looked my credit report. Ain't none of these names mine. all this is fraudulent. Right? None of these addresses are mine. I don't know where they've been at. I've never seen them. And then you just tell them, hey, look, this is my correct name. This is my correct address. Can you send me an updated consumer report with the updated information? Because it's law, you know what I'm saying? And if they don't, and then you can send a letter too. Phone call and a letter. Letter gives you, and with letters, when I send letters, I get certified. I'm not certified. I get them notarized. Okay, I get all my letters. If I ever send a letter, I get it notarized, right? Because number one, if you get it notarized, it's something you can use in court. That's one. Two, another stall tactic with the reporting agencies, they will say, oh, this wasn't you. But if you get it notarized, it eliminates that because it's an official sworn statement by who? You as the consumer, right? You know what I'm saying? And the notary is basically saying that it's present. So just understand that's something that can alleviate some of the games that they play as well, right? And then with credit stack and kind of what Brendan was talking about a little bit, but just understand that, okay, like Barclays pulls from TransUnion, okay? Bank of America pulls from Experian. Amex actually pulls from Experian too. So that's not the great example. But what happens is you want somebody to pull from TransUnion, someone that pulled from Experian, someone that pulled from Equifax. So let's just use Truist for this example right here. Right? Now, what happens is if I want to credit stack is a bank play. Because banks, usually you cannot get multiple lending products on an inquiry. If you do an inquiry at a bank, you don't get 30 days. You don't get 60 days. They're going, there's one inquiry every time you apply. They're going to try to get, they're going to basically give you a hard inquiry, right? So the way that you eliminate that is that you want to know who pulled from TransUnion, Experian, let's just say Equifax from now on, put Truist, right? I'm going to basically pull up all three windows simultaneously. Does anybody understand what simultaneously means? At the same time. Now, then what am I going to do? If I pull up all the windows at the same simultaneously, what am I going to do after that? I'm going to fill them all out, right? So I'm going to fill the application out. I'm going to stop. Fill this one out. Stop. I'm going to fill this one out. I'm going to have everything filled out. Then what am I going to do? I'm going to hit enter all at the same time. Now, why am I doing that? Okay, to reduce the amount of inquiries and get more what? More funding, right? Because think about it. If I now with Bank of America, this is the place. See, Bank of America has a 2-3-4 rule. So if you don't have Bank of America at all, your first application, you can do 2 credit card applications with Bank of America because they allow you to get 2 credit cards your first 2 months, 3 in your first year, and then 4 in total. So you only can have 4 cards and they max you out at 4 cards. But if I don't have Bank of America at all, I can pull up this Barclays window. I can pull up a window for Bank of America personal card and the business card, and I can do a Truist card. So I would get 4 credit cards, but how many inquiries did I just get? 1. I got 1. I got 1 on TransUnion. Well, okay, 3, yes, but you understand we plan against different reporting agencies, right? So we got 1 on each reporting agency, which means I just got 4 credit cards, but I only got 1 inquiry. Everybody understand that play? Now, if I...
You trying to get this money?
Yeah, right.
Want to get this money?
Right?
I don't know about y'all.
So then you got Capital One. But what happens? You got Capital One, Discover, American Express. We got FNBO. There's so many different banks, but if you know who they pull from, then you can basically put a sequence together that will get you hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars in funding. Okay, so what has to be done is you got to make sure you have no derogatory marks and everything I showed you guys earlier. And then what you want to study, and without matter of fact, you know, since everybody been giving something away for free, I'll give y'all for free my secret lenders list. Okay, on that secret lenders list is going to have the banks and who they pull from. Okay, and it's going to have I got something for you. And it's going to have the limits that you can get. I got you, right? I'm done. And it's going to have basically everything that you guys need so that when your funding is, when your credit is straight, you can go straight to the bank. So, yeah, I mean, just make sure y'all get my number. I'll make sure I drop that document for y'all for free. Y'all can have that, the secret lenders list. And this is just, thank you. And this is a framework. So what I want you guys to understand, this is what I do when I fund people, right? And you can also, you can also start a multi 7-figure business with this, because if you can basically find people who have 700 plus credit scores, and then you can start doing applications like this online from what? Home, then you can start getting people, you know what I'm saying, 100,000, 200,000. You can start charging people 10%. How much is that? What's 10% of 100,000? So you made 10 bands just for sitting at home doing applications. So this is the ways that we make money and how we get people funded. So just want to give you, it's a 7-figure business on top of just getting yourself funded. So if you take what I gave you guys today seriously, you guys can come back and make 10, 20 grand per client. So that's pretty much it. And my girl? Okay. Yeah, so actually I want to thank Gita really for just giving me this first time. This is my first time ever, not speaking, but at a mastermind. Thank you. So this is my first time speaking at a mastermind, right? You know, and why I'm so excited for Gita is because I did meet her at that event. I didn't even know the backstory. I watched her podcast with Brendan and found out the backstory about how, you know, just that we met at the same event and she basically told you guys about how she spent $5 grand. So it's so important to get in rooms with people, guys, because these same people that you get in rooms with can be people you're doing business with that can give you opportunities you never had. So just make sure that you're networking to meet up the millions. So. Yay! Appreciate you. Oh, got you. Oh, and then the offer. Look. So, oh yeah, y'all can get this part this gonna look like this. A little bit, just to get a glimpse. So y'all see Chase Inc. The highest you can get with Chase is $225K. The highest you can get with Bank of America is $250K. So just with Chase and Bank of America, you can get close to $500K.
You going crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to go crazy.
But the reason that we sound is because basically what happens is, look, we do got a group offer, okay? And what's going to basically happen is that everybody's going to basically get a chance to work with everybody who spoke, and you know what I mean, we say the best for last, right? But what happens is, right, everybody's going to get a chance to work with us personally. So if you need help with the hand-holding with the credit, if you need help with the branding, if you need help with your power, with your power voice, right, your talk, right? If you need help, then you need to get the help today. A lot of times you guys are here today, and you guys will leave out of here knowing that you need the help, knowing that you want to be a future billionaire, but you won't take the shirt with you. Okay, so just understand listen, it's up to you not to procrastinate. It's up to you to chase your dreams, right? The reason that we're here is to make it happen. So it's what do you want to do with your life, right? Look, 2024 is how far away? It's 4 months. Now, let me ask you guys, for all these people here, who in here said that 2023 was going to be your year?
I said this
This my year. And let's be honest, who's still in the same position they was when they said that? Okay, that's fine, right? And the reason I'm saying that because that means you need mentorship, you need leadership, you need guidance. You can't do it by yourself. Look, they all say if you knew better, we would what? Think about it. So if you're not doing better, that means you don't what? And if you don't know better, you need to get the information so you can change your what? Situation. Nehemiah David. There you go.